Pat, when we asked Kerr about what changed in the third quarter, he said there was an attitude adjustment. Obviously, you don't have Steph. At some point, I'm sure you found out you were going to have Jimmy in the second half. Was there discussion? Did it just click? What happened there in the third quarter?
Yeah, I think we picked up our pace against a team like that. If you let them get set in the half-court defense, you've got 5 guys almost at all times that are out there that can defend. And so for us, it was about getting a little bit more organized offensively, but ultimately pushing the pace and not relying on really a first action to get us a bucket. That's a defense you've got to move side to side at least 2 times to be able to attack the paint. They're long. They swarm the paint when you get in there. And so for us, we've got to really commit to moving the ball side to side and just trusting each other.
What's the key to pushing pace but also limiting turnovers while you're playing fast?
Yeah, spacing. Obviously, in transition, you want to get wide, run wide. I think the thing that was really great for us about the pace was that they get cross-matched. You've got some guys that they want to get on individual players, and so for us, it's really tough to match up in the half court. And so if you push that pace, you have the spacing that you want. Their defense gets a little bit lost at times. So they're elite defensively. You've got to catch them in other ways. You can't rely on half-court offense night in and night out to beat them.
How often you work on your post-up game?
All the time. I feel like I can pass really well out of it. I want that one back at the end. Just missed it right over the top of Joe there. But it's something that I grew up doing with my brother. You kick the shit out of each other enough. You play enough post basketball in the driveway.
Pat, obviously everything can change without Steph being out there. But if you guys are missing Steph and Jimmy, what do you think you have to tighten up the most on this trip?
Definitely can't turn the ball over. Jimmy's elite at taking care of the rock. For us, I think we're going to have to be an elite pace team. With Jimmy, we tend to slow it down a bit. We won't have the luxury of playing through him in the half court, and so like we talked about tonight in the second half, we had to generate some easy looks for ourselves. That starts with getting the ball out, getting stops. I felt like we finally got some stops together, got rebounds. It just makes it a little bit easier on your offense when you're able to get stops, run, and generate some easy looks for yourself.
Pat, how much do you feel like you progressed as a shooter from last year compared to this season?
Oh, night and day. Last year for me, I was an energy guy through and through. We're down 15, down 20. Coach called my number and get in there, try to change the energy. This year he's given me the opportunity to come in, operate in the ball screens a little bit more, create plays for others. And so, you just get a little bit more comfort when you can go out there and you have the freedom to miss a couple and you're not going to get yanked. So last year for me, every year has been, kind of a stepping stone. Last year for me was just an opportunity to come in, try to change the energy. Like I said, when we had some down nights this year, I've had an opportunity to get up and down a little bit more, have a little bit more comfort out there.
From your vantage point, how impressive was it to see Seth come out and look so comfortable after missing the last 6 weeks?
Yeah, it's in his blood. He's always been a shooter, man. So, he's got the green light to shoot it from anywhere on the floor, just like his brother. We have full confidence it's going in. We were just catching up after it. I said, it has to feel good. I know that feeling too, getting some DNPs and sitting out. There's no better feeling than being able to get to lace them up and get out there and get after it.
You guys make your run with those guard-heavy lineups. What's the difference between playing with these guard-heavy lineups compared to something more traditional?
Yeah, if you look across the league, pace is up like crazy, and so I think there will be some pushback on the guard-heavy lineups. But the game has evolved so much. I don't know if there's really a big out there for them. Cameron Williams was playing the floor, but he spaces the floor. So, you can say there's guard-heavy lineups. You just have to figure out how to capitalize, take advantage of it in both the half court on offense and defense. We've always been pretty guard-heavy here. And quite frankly, Tracy's banged up. QP's a stretch 5, Al's out. So what other big are we going to put out there right now, So asking a lot of Dre. I think we'd like to get healthy first and foremost, and then we'll figure that out.
Steve Kerr was saying as he considers who to play, he has to remember that you're a two-way player. There's a limit on how many games he has you for the season. What do you think about that as far as what you want for the season or what you want for your career, knowing at the moment there's a cap?
Yeah, it's tough. Just compete every night that I'm out there. I'll let them handle that. That's something the front office and I will have conversations about. I can only control day to day right now. So I feel like I've shown that I can play at this level at a really high level, impact winning. And so ultimately I'll let them make that decision when the time comes. But yeah, we will have to monitor it and figure that out. Good. Thank you. Yeah.